What is up, you guys? It is Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a video talking about Spongebob Squarepants, the Cosmic Shake. Obviously, this got announced almost a couple weeks ago now by THQ Nordic, and I am very, very excited for this game, so I figured I would just do a full discussion video talking about many different points, about this game, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So if you do, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff down below. But before we actually start, more information is on my community feed about this, but next weekend, October, for me, 9th and 10th, I will be at Too Many Games Expo in Pennsylvania, but I am not going to be alone. I'm going to be with Riders DX, so Riders DX and myself will be there in person at the Too Many Games convention for this year. So if you guys are in the Philadelphia area and you want to meet myself or Riders in person, we will be at this convention, and it'll be awesome in case anyone recognizes us. Probably not, but nonetheless, hopefully we see some of you there, and it'll be a good time. Like I said, there's more information on my community tab, so please check that out if you haven't done so already, just to get more information and details about the convention itself. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about my initial reactions to the trailer. Obviously, you guys probably saw my reaction video to the trailer itself, so you know my actual reactions. But here are three main points I wanted to point out about, just my initial reaction. Firstly, I am shocked that there is a new game so quickly. Obviously, Rehydrated only came out a year ago. So to me, it's just kind of mind-blowing. There's already a new game on the way, and obviously announced, and we got a full trailer. It's really interesting to see that. Now, apparently, Purple Lamp have been working on this game for apparently 2 years, so they've been working on this alongside of Rehydrated. So it gives me hope that this game will hopefully iron out some bugs that Rehydrated had, given that it's using the same engine and all that kind of stuff. Though, I'm still kind of cautiously optimistic about the Switch version. Obviously, the Switch version of Rehydrated was the worst version. I mean, as it always is for Switch ports, but at launch, it was almost inexcusably bad. So I'm kind of cautiously optimistic, given that it's going off this engine and they finally made it work on the Switch a few months ago. I'm really, cautiously optimistic that they'll make it work when this comes out. But yeah, I'm really excited though to see what Purple Lamp can bring to the table, because obviously Rehydrated, most of the expectation was that it would live up to what Battle for Bikini Bottom was, and now they're working on this completely new game where we don't have expectations like that, or at least to that extent of where, we wanted Battle for Bikini Bottom recreated really, really well. Now they have more creative freedom, they can do whatever they want, and I'm really interested and excited to see what they're going to produce. Speaking of, the next point is about what I want to see from this game, what I want Purple Lamp to do with Spongebob Squarepants, the Cosmic Shake. Firstly, I want them to have a lot of creative freedom. I think a lot of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom's really cool elements were when it stretched outside of the, the regular SpongeBob zone. And I really hope, and I think they're going to do it with the Cosmic Shake. But I also want them to remain faithful to the source material. I want them to go and do some wild and creative stuff while still making you feel like you're in the universe of SpongeBob. And I feel like that's why most people love Battle for Bikini Bottom, is because it did it really, really well. And I feel like Cosmic Shake could do that and even elevate it with this whole, cosmic dimension kind of element added into it. And it'll be really interesting to see what they do. Also, going back to the source material, I really want them to make a game that'll please all SpongeBob fans, not, lending itself too heavily to, my generation of SpongeBob viewers to the newer generation. I want them to make a game that'll make all SpongeBob fans happy. Obviously, this one kind of goes without saying, but, obviously the trailer that they released definitely pandered to the older SpongeBob fans a lot more, which, hey, made me happy, but I definitely want them to release some stuff that'll make some newer SpongeBob fans happy as well. Though, I do feel like a lot of newer SpongeBob fans also really like the older SpongeBob stuff, not even because of the episodes, but because of the memes. Obviously, SpongeGar and all that kind of stuff were spawned in memes, where most of that stuff is memed from older episodes, so nevertheless, do stuff to make all SpongeBob fans happy. And lastly, this one's kind of a big one. I want them to kind of have an evolution of Battle for Bikini Bottom's platforming and its movesets and all that, and not make it a completely new thing. Obviously, this game is considered to be a spiritual sequel or spiritual successor to Battle for Bikini Bottom and not a direct sequel, very obviously. And I definitely want them to keep a lot of Battle for Bikini Bottom stuff intact, particularly, like I said, the type of platformer it is, as well as the moveset. I just want them to expand upon it, because Battle for Bikini Bottom's moveset is really good, obviously. I love the Bubble Bowl, I love the Cruise Bubble, all that kind of stuff, I absolutely love it. But I want them to expand upon it. I want them to add a few new moves while keeping those old moves as well. I want them to have upgrades. I want them to do new creative things with those old moves. You know, that kind of stuff will evolve on the formula of Battle for Bikini Bottom that everyone loved, and I think it will just make the game better as a whole. I'm not saying just to stick to all the old ideas. You need to introduce new ideas to make the game more interesting. But the older ideas also just obviously work very well, so using those as well as expanding upon them and evolving them, I think will make it a perfect experience, and I really hope that Purple Lamp do that. Next up is hopes for the Switch version in particular. Obviously, as you guys know, I mainly play on the Nintendo Switch. That is my main console of play, so that's the only console I actually ever got to play Rehydrated on, to this day, over a year later. And I really want them to make the Switch version as good as the other ones, and here's how I hope they would do that. Firstly, I do think they should release it the same day as the other consoles, and it's not even because, like, I just want to make sure I get this game day one. It's mostly because it's a SpongeBob game. It's not like a game like Doom or Call of Duty that they would have to downscale it so much to make it work on the Switch. It's a SpongeBob game. They can make it work. Especially because this isn't even a next-gen game. This is a PS4 and Xbox One game. So it shouldn't be that hard to make this game work on the Switch day one and make it work as well as the others. Now, I'm not saying it'll look as good, or the loading times will be as amazing, or the graphics will be as great, or it'll run as smoothly. I just want it to run optimally for what the Nintendo Switch can do. And yeah. And obviously I want very little bugs or glitches. We got so much of that with Rehydrated, and that goes for all versions. Like, Rehydrated is a buggy mess in a lot of instances, this is true. And not even like in the way that speedrunners can optimize it like in Battle for Bikini Bottom. These are just simple glitches that should be patched, like audio glitches and sound effect glitches. And I really hope they iron out most of that stuff before launch. And like I said, this is for all platforms, not like specifically the Switch, but it is something they really need to address. They need to make sure this game is polished before it comes out. And yes, it is a licensed game. Licensed games usually get a bad rep for not being polished, but this could be the game to end the stereotype, because Rehydrated didn't end that stereotype. So I would love to see this game just blow away all expectations. And if there are bugs when the game comes out, of course there's always going to be bugs that slip through the radars. Constant updates and bug fixes, I think, are completely necessary, and just open communication. In the very beginning of Rehydrated's launch, like basically from June to about maybe August or September, there's a lot of really good communication about what needed to be fixed in Rehydrated, and even if some of those things never ended up getting fixed, it's still, communication, it's still something, and like them letting us know what they're patching. And I personally think that it's necessary with this game as well if there are bugs at launch like Rehydrated had. So lastly, I'm just going to talk about a few worries I have for the game. Firstly is the performance on the Switch. Now, I already touched on this, but I really want this game to run well day one, just like the other versions. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's a SpongeBob game. They need to get that stuff fixed up, and there's not really much else to say on that. Another worry I have, again, this is something I did kind of mention before, but I'm kind of scared it'll kind of stray away too far from the original Battle for Bikini Bottom formula, and again, I mostly mean in the movesets and the platforming. I really want this game to be very much structured like Battle for Bikini Bottom. Again, doesn't need to be one for one or exactly, but almost like a Super Mario 64 / Banjo-Kazooie style platformer. That's basically my expectation, and I want them to keep it that way. Same way structured with, the Golden Spatula. I mean, obviously not Golden Spatulas probably in this game. But, lots of collectibles to get in each level. Shiny objects I think will probably return since they're in the actual logo of the game. But, you know, just make it, like, definitely a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. Something you can tell is a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom, and not something overly different. I'm also concerned about the soundtrack, because on the website it mostly specifies that the music is coming from the actual show, which is not a bad thing. But I also want an original soundtrack. Even if it is taking music from the older games, I would rather that than all music from the show. Just, I don't know, just to, like, I feel like that kind of stuff could be like stuff you unlock. Like, you know how, like, the SpongeBob movie game had, like, the extras that you could collect, and, you know, you could watch movie trailers and all of that. I feel like unlocking the show's songs could be really, really cool. And Shift actually brought up, I think it was Shift, brought up a really good point about copyright. How, you know, if you're playing the game, particularly for streamers and YouTube Let's Players, if, you know, there's copyrighted music in the game, that's, people aren't gonna play it, because, you know, obviously if you want to stream it, you're gonna get copyright claimed, and you're not gonna make any revenue off of the video or the stream. And it's just like, that's something that's not okay in 2021. You need to have original soundtrack pieces that aren't copyrighted. I mean, my reaction to Cosmic Shake got copyrighted because they used the Sweet Victory song, which I should have realized before uploading the reaction so I could have edited it. But regardless, you know, they need to have some original soundtrack pieces, and I really hope they do that. So that's all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this small discussion about the Cosmic Shake. You know, obviously, you know, all of these points I could have had into their own videos and drawn out, but there's not really much I want to say because there's not much about the game out. We haven't seen anything. I'm sure once we actually see gameplay, I'll have more to say. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. And like I said, I'm gonna be with Riders DX next weekend, so if there's like a collab video you think we should do in person, just let me know. I'm sure it'll be a really good time. We're definitely going to do something anyways. We'll probably do some sort of Cosmic Shake discussion together in person. It'll be really, really cool, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. Click on the notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos. And check out the merch store. There's some cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. So, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.